Alright guys, what's going on? Video number 3. This is gonna be the last video for the day, and I'm gonna tell you guys about the most powerful meditation I've ever done, and I'm gonna tell you guys how to do it. And I am 100% positive and confident that this one meditation can change your life in many ways. Okay? And I have other videos that will tell you the actual benefits, but I won't get into that because this video is going to be strictly about how to do the most powerful meditation. Okay, guys? Now, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell, all right? Show us some support. We're out here sharing knowledge because I want to empower everybody, just like all the information I've received to empower myself. All right, guys? All right, first, I'm going to tell you what happened with me when I did this meditation, okay? And I actually was watching Gaia, okay? And there's a video on Gaia, and I don't remember her name. I'll look into it, and I'll maybe put it in the description if I find her again. But she went through a meditation, and the meditation was about how to raise your Kundalini energy. So I decided to give it a try. Wow. I never in my life has experienced this or even heard anybody talk about this happening to them. Okay? So I did this meditation, and in the meditation, I can feel that I was building up an etherical energy around me. And it got to the point where I honestly felt a very heavy cocoon of positive energy around me, and it probably went at least a foot and a half outside of me, and I swear on God, it felt like a cocoon of positive energy over my whole body, and it just felt amazing. It felt so good. There's no words to explain it. It was like the most amazing natural high you can ever experience, okay? Now, this energy around me kept building to the point my light fixture in my room where I was meditating made a very big sound. It just went boom, like a light bulb popped. It was so loud that it literally took me out of my meditation, and I had to look at my light fixture because I was confused. I was like, what is that? And it was crazy. Nothing was wrong with the light, but it made the biggest boom. But as soon as I did that, it took me out of that meditation. I tried to get back into it and create that same energy, but now I got too much into my mind and I was thinking too much because I was so excited. I literally felt like I was one with consciousness, or I was one with universal energy, and it was just one of the most greatest experiences because people talk about meditation and just talk about benefits, but until you've actually experienced something physical happening, it doesn't mean anything. Nothing. It doesn't mean anything at all. But the fact that I meditated to the point where a physical reality situation happened, it was signed, sealed. I'm a meditator for life. Okay? Because hearing that actual boom come from my light, bro, that's never happened. Never happened to me. And how does that happen? So that means that I stirred up so much energy that I created a physical sound in my light fixture. Okay? All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys how to do this meditation, all right? Now, the first thing you want to do, and there's many different ways you can meditate, but this is the way that I personally meditate, okay? I'm not a flexible person, so when I try and sit up and cross my legs, I find it very hard because I get pain in my legs and my groin because I'm not very flexible at all. So what I actually do is I lie down on a bed and I try and make sure my back's straight, but I'll have something to just kind of put a rest behind my back. No, not behind my back, behind my neck and my head. Because I realize when I'm too much down, When I start getting too relaxed, my breathing gets affected a little bit. So I just kind of prop up something under my head and my back, and that kind of helps with it. Okay. So the first thing what I'll do is I'll do some mindful breathing, and I'll breathe in, big breath, and I'll hold it. And while I'm holding it, what I'll actually do is I'll imagine that same breath is going down and up my body, and it's actually cleansing me and getting rid of any negative energy. Okay? And then I'll blow it out through my mouth, and I'll imagine that any negative energy is going out through my mouth. Okay? And when I do this, I just imagine I'm being cleansed and I feel great. And I'll usually do this 2 or 3 times. And every time I do this, I always feel like a rise in my energetic body when I do it. Now, after the 2-3 times, what I'll do is I'll consciously say, I'm connecting to my higher self. And when I say it with a lot of intention behind it. And I'll gain a connection. Okay? So now once I'm connected, what I'll do is I'll ground myself. Okay? And to ground myself, what I do is I imagine that there's an energetic cord coming out of my feet, and it's gonna send 2 energetic cords from both my legs to the core of the earth, and it's gonna grab onto the core of the earth like it's an anchor, and it anchors onto both of them. Okay? Now once it anchors onto both of them, I imagine that there's a golden light coming from heaven, a column of golden light coming from heaven, and it's coming down into the crown of my head. And what it's doing is it's bringing down any negative energy down through my body and coming out through my feet and going into the earth. And what this does, it helps ground you and balance you. Okay? And when I do this, I'll imagine like it's coming down my head, coming down my neck, coming down my shoulders, my body, my feet, until I feel like, yes, it's done. Okay? Now, once that's done, now I imagine that the energy reverses. Now the energy is coming up through the earth. Okay? Now, we all have 7 chakra centers through our physical bodies. Okay? We have more chakra centers, but the one after the 7th, you get into the more etherical realm chakra centers. Okay? So what I usually do is just the 7 within my body. And the first one is the red chakra center, okay? Which is your sacral chakra. And what I'll do is I'll just imagine a nice ruby red light that's glowing in that region, okay? And I just do it for a little bit, not too much time. And I imagine that it's a healing red energy, and I'll do it for a couple of seconds, and then I'll imagine that it's being sealed with a white cross, okay? And I'll do that with each one of my chakra centers, okay? So the first one is red, the second one is orange, the third one is yellow. Now here's something too that she said, okay? The yellow one is the one that connects you to physical reality. So what you want to do is you want to spend a little bit more time on the yellow, and instead of just doing the area of your yellow chakra zone, you want to do your whole body, okay? So I'll do that a little bit longer, okay? Now the fourth one is your heart chakra, which is emerald green. And then the fifth one is your throat chakra, which is blue. Then the sixth one is an indigo color, which is like a really dark purple, almost blue, which is your third eye region. And then your seventh one is a light purple, which is like violet, and that's the crown chakra, okay? So I'll do all 7, and then once I'm done all 7, what I'll do after that, or what I do with this meditation, is I started stirring up my kundalini energy, okay? And what I would do is I would focus on my breath, and on my in-breath, I imagine that there's energy going up the base of my spine, and then the out-breath, I would imagine that that same energy is going down the front of my body. So it creates a circle and a flow of kundalini energy, okay? And then while you're doing that, what you also want to do is put the tip of your tongue to the top of the roof of your mouth, right on the top of the roof of your mouth. I believe this helps with the connection and the flow of your kundalini energy going up through your body, okay? And I did this, and honestly, I did this for about 30-45 minutes. And once I started doing that, that's when I started noticing after a while the buildup. Because I'll tell you honestly, the buildup first starts in your sacral center, which is your right zone, and you feel like the tingling sensations, and you'll feel the it's like a fuzzy feeling, but it's like an awareness. It's like you feel it outside of your body, and you start building. And it just started building and building and building until it built a big cocoon over my body. And then boom, I heard the loud sound, which took me out of my meditation. All right. So when you do that, I know that's one of the most powerful meditations ever. And it was amazing. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because that was the only meditation I've ever done where I actually affected physical reality around me. All right, guys. So try this at home. If it doesn't work, it's okay. You keep at it and it's only gonna get stronger, okay? I've been meditating on and off for about 5 years, all right? So it doesn't happen overnight. But the more you do it, the stronger you're gonna start feeling it and you'll get farther in your meditations, all right? Remember, if you like this video, like it and subscribe. Thank you for your time. Anybody watching this video that made it to the end, bro, you're blessed, you're strong, and you're powerful. We're all in this together, bro. Let's get this.